For this activity, you will want a quiet space that you can explore without interruption. I want you to begin by exploring the room you're in. Walk around it. Explore first using just your sight. What do you see in this room? What's around you? Continue exploring just using your sight. Now, focus on the sounds of the room. What do you hear in the room? Is a fan running? Are the lights making any sound? Now focus on your sense of touch. What can you physically touch in the room? What do each of those things feel like? Do they have a rough texture or a smooth texture? Touch the walls. If you have wallpaper, does that feel different than if you've got paint? Now focus on your sense of smell. What does the room smell like? Does one area of the room smell different from another? Now, within reason, use your sense of taste. Obviously, use your best judgment on what to taste. You can even just go around and taste the air. And I want you to continue to explore the room and use all 5 of your senses. So smell, touch, taste, sight, and sound. Look at every facet of the room. Narrow in. Is there carpet? What's the texture? What does the carpet smell like? Start to narrow down what you're looking at. Choose one thing and focus on it. Again, using your sense of smell, sight, touch, taste, and sound, and hearing. Look at it from all angles if you can. Now, explore that area or that item or object and magnify all of your senses by 10. Obviously, here's where your imagination is going to need to come into play. But imagine all of your senses are heightened by 10. 10 degrees, 10 decibels, 10, whatever makes the most sense. What are you starting to focus on? Now, magnify your 5 senses by 100. What are you noticing? What are you seeing in whatever part of the room that you focused in on, or whatever object in the room you focused in on? Imagine that your sight is magnified by 100. Imagine that sound where you're at is magnified by 100. Now, focus on all 5 senses and magnify it by 1,000. If you need to focus in on one particular thing to do this, do so. What are you feeling? If you've magnified this by 1,000, and this is all 5 senses, your sense of sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. What are you noticing? How does this make you feel? You will now use this prompt or this experiment to answer one of the prompts in your discussion forums this week.